Hi! This week I'm going to talk to you about what's controlling you. What are you hooked on? So we're looking at those low-level addictions this week. Things like booze, fags, phones, sugar, gluten. These are the things that I'm going to explore with you today. So many people think that these things play a role in their life, that they actually help them to cope with life, to cope with stress, or to be a vehicle where they can relax and enjoy themselves. So I'm going to explore that a little bit with you today. All of the things that I've mentioned are highly addictive, and because most people indulge in one or the other or all of them, they don't notice that they've got a problem. And they don't notice that they've got a problem until whichever one it is that is presenting the problem has got the hooks into them. Really common stuff. Fags, well, they help me relax. They keep me calm. Everybody knows that the exact opposite is the truth, and that they actually create anxiety and stress and encourage a dependency and then a very, very strong addiction. Then there's also the social aspect. The conversations outside a pub with the smokers is always more interesting than the ones inside. So it's hard for a nicotine addict to give up smoking. So not only will he give up his perceived crutch, which helps them to relax, it also impacts on their social circle. So they're not only giving up an addiction, they're giving up a habit. And that is very true of sugar. It's very true of most of these things, a phone. All these addictions have got both an addictive property and a habit that has been formed around that addiction. Looking at sugar, one of the most toxic things we can possibly put into our bodies. We encourage our children to eat this. It spikes all our insulin, creates huge crashes, massive addiction, messes with moods. Mood swinging it's unbelievable. You only have to give a little bit of sugar to a baby who's not used to it, and you can really see the change in mood. It's quite scary. I mentioned gluten earlier because that was my addiction. And that's a real low-level one that people don't notice. They just think, oh, I like food and I like eating and I love sandwiches. They don't work out that they actually have an addiction to gluten. I was definitely addicted to bread, and coming away from gluten has freed me completely to be able to control how much bread, gluten-free bread, how much gluten-free pasta I eat. I now have the same response to gluten as someone who isn't addicted to it. The next thing I've put down there as well is phones. We spend our life reacting and responding to devices. We're in a constant state of high alert. Massively bad for us, massively bad for our moods and our emotional and mental health. And I believe all of these things are a major source of anxiety, low mood, low self-esteem. And so often the clients that come to me have got a dependency on one or the other of these, and sometimes even all of them. So I'm asking you now, if there is something in your life that you can't control, then you're addicted. A lot of the time you are using it to prop you up because of an emotional issue. If this sounds like you, then I can help. I can help free you from the emotional issue so that you can take control of your dependency. 3 sessions, 2 weeks, 1 brave message. Bye for now.